What's up, my carefree cucumbers? Today I will be reviewing my favorite game of all time, that game being The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Now this game is very special to me, as it's a game I personally grew up with. So, my opinions will, of course, be biased. To start off, I want to talk about the story. Now, the story, I think, is one of the best stories of any Nintendo game ever made. Usually there's decent stories in Zelda games, but I think Skyward Sword's story is just above and beyond. I think it's the best story they could possibly make, and it was really intriguing, fun all the way through, and overall a really engaging story. Next, I'm going to talk about design. The character designs, the art designs, the design of the world, all of that stuff. Now, I think for a game on the Wii at 480p, it looks phenomenal. I love its almost watercolor art style. I think it's one of the most beautiful games Nintendo's ever produced, right next to games like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. However, I do think that it does have some design flaws, as of course every game does. Specifically, some of the models are kinda odd looking. Some of the character models are somewhat odd. They don't really mix in with the story or how the whole aesthetic of the game is. Last, I'm going to talk about the reason this game was so controversial, and that is the controls. It was fully motion controlled, and it required Wii Motion Plus. And this is why many people did not like the game. They thought that the full motion controls was a mistake. They didn't see it working very well. They saw there were problems. And in my experience, I've had some issues, but mostly just stuff like the nunchuck comes out of the controller sometimes, or stuff like that. Or I need to recalibrate the Wii Motion Plus. Oh, and one final thing, I will talk about the biggest problem with the game. The biggest problem in the game is that there was a glitch where if you did some events in a certain... there was a glitch where if you did some things in a certain order, your save file could become corrupt and you would lose all your progress. However, I do think Nintendo found the best way to deal with that, and that was they had to actually make a new Wii channel on the Wii Shop channel. Because back when the Wii was a thing, really patching games, at least the Wii itself, couldn't really patch games how a Xbox One or Nintendo Switch does. So they put out a Skyward Sword save update channel, and that was the one way you could fix your save files and make it so that that glitch is out. As always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to keep God number one, and I will see you later.